welcome. My name's Martynas Justinavičius, also known as GLIDEPHOTOS. This past week has been exciting. I got to do a really fun project just the other day. The plan was to really just create really cool visuals using really cool tools, really cool effects. And if you follow my work, you know I love playing with smoke, playing with prisms, playing with anything that just kind of creates really cool visuals without having to do the post-process work on Photoshop, on Lightroom, on whatever program you want to use for editing photos or video. I love creating in-camera effects, meaning you create those effects while you're taking the pictures, while you're making the video. And there's actually a huge plus to that, because if you go into Photoshop and you want to manipulate an image, you have to think about what that image is going to look like. Meaning you have to have the whole recipe in mind or experiment to find something that works. But one thing that I love with working with prisms and different types of effects while you're there in the moment, in the project, around people, making it happen, is that a lot of the times you'll get results that you yourself don't even think about, which is amazing because then you're able to really create outside of the box rather than what you see on Instagram, what you're influenced by elsewhere. And so there's a company that I've been working with for the past year and a half called PMI Gear, Practical Magic and Innovations. And they released a product called the Smoke Genie, which is this guy right here. Now I have done a video on the Smoke Genie before, but they have something new in the pipeline, and that is what we used on this photo shoot. So the new kit from PMI Gear is actually this guy right here, the event kit. And the previous one was one Smoke Genie with different accessories inside, but this one has 3 Smoke Genies and a lot more accessories, a lot more opportunity to do new things and to create a new way when it comes to applying smoke to your images, to your video, to your production. For this project, I really wanted to see what's possible with 3 Smoke Genies compared to just one. And with just one smoke machine, you can actually do a whole lot. Isn't that amazing? Oh, that's beautiful, that's beautiful. Thank you for creating the Smoke Genie. Be sure to go and follow PMI Gear on Instagram. So before getting into the project, let's check out what's included in the event kit from PMI Gear. So here is the case. This thing is solid. I've tripped over it already a couple times, stubbed my toe, and my toe still hurts. So this case will hold everything in nice and snug. It's quite nice with the latches that open up the case. They got locks on them. So you don't just pop it up, but you gotta press the little button and it opens up. As you see, we have the first layer, which has the 3 Smoke Genies. And inside the lid, there's also 4 compartments where you can store accessories, which is really nice and handy. Now what's nice about this kit is that it comes with 6 chambers for the liquid. So each chamber is between, I would say, 15 and 20 minutes of smoke time. The Smoke Genie, it's dope. One thing to keep in mind is that the Smoke Genie kit does not come with batteries. It's something you have to order separately. So with this kit, I've already been putting it to use. So what you guys are seeing here is not exactly how it looks when you open it up. And I'm very sure if the guys at PMI would be able to include batteries, they would. But it comes down to the restrictions of the country that they're in. One of the things that really fires me up about the Smoke Genie, there is no waiting time. 3 clicks, it's on. If you got it loaded with liquid already, then you can start making smoke right away, which is really nice. No waiting time. Under the Smoke Genies, you will find little adapters, and that's there for a reason, and we'll see soon. In the top right-hand corner, there's a remote with 4 buttons, and I'll show you guys in a second what that's all about. So here are the smoke chambers. Each one can hold, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes of smoke, depending how you're using it and things like that. But I've gotten about 18 minutes of smoke from each cartridge, and it's been You can get through a lot with one. The Smoke Genie kit also comes with a battery case, and there's actually 3 of them, 1 on the top and 2 on the bottom. The event kit comes with different nozzles and different accessories for you to be able to do a number of different things. If you guys have any questions about it, be sure to comment down below. Otherwise, I'll be making a video in the near future going through the different details of the kit and how to use it in different ways. The event kit also comes with 2 bottles of the Cloud formula, which are 120 milliliters. And within the kit, you get 3 fans, and that's mainly for hazing. I'm sure you can use for different ways. I haven't thought of it yet. Let me know if you have any ideas down below. What I really like about these new hazing fans, you have 2 separate buttons. The first button is on and off. The second button is to change through 3 different speeds. And for my kind of use, with the kind of smoke that I like to fill up a room, haze up a room, I like to keep it on 2. There are these little attachment points right here. It almost looks like where you would put a strap for like, you know, hanging around your waist so you're ready to go type of deal. But it's actually for something else, and I'll let you guys know in a second. What's really nice about the Smoke Genies and the fan is that they have a USB-C port, so you can just charge through there. We have these adapters for mounting the Smoke Genie pretty much anywhere, which is quite nice. The event kit comes with tubing that also includes these splitters, so you can customize in different ways. At the very right, you have another pouch that includes the nozzles to create that nice dry ice effect. As you notice with the Smoke Genie, this is removable, so then you can change out the chamber. One of the other things that the event kit comes with is this, which looks similar to this, but it's different, is that it goes on like normal. This elastic band that stretches underneath, and you have these side arms. These side arms come up, and this is where you attach the fan through those little attachment points. So that is quite nice. And from then on, you can start hazing up a room. One of the other things that I really love about the event kit, it comes with this, a tube. So this goes onto the Smoke Genie itself, the actual machine, and then you can attach the chamber literally anywhere you want. And I have actually connected 2 of these tubes together to extend the length of it. With this, it gives you a lot of flexibility to do a lot of different things, further than your imagination can take you. So there's a lot of possibilities with this event kit, either if you're doing actual events and want to use it for some sort of production, or maybe you have a studio at home. I would say this event kit is for anybody that wants to experiment with smoke and really take things to a whole new level. When we lift up the first level, we have another level of things underneath. As you see, it comes with a battery charger, but it also comes with 3 USB-C cables, so then you can charge your Smoke Genie wherever you are. This is one of the things that I'm really fired up and excited about. A collaboration between Tilta and PMI gear has allowed us to have what's now called as a Genie Trident. Before, you can hold 1 Smoke Genie. Now, you can hold 3 Smoke Genies at once. And that's pretty amazing. And that's where the remote comes together, because the way that I have it set up is that A is connected with the first one. Button B is connected with the second one. Button C is connected with the third one. And the fourth button, button D, runs all 3 of them. So this whole setup definitely changes things around, and you have these feet down here so you can easily set it down on the ground while you're doing something else. Or if you want, you can remove the remote, have this sitting over there while you're pressing the button over here, and that's quite nice. So during this whole photo shoot, I've used the Genie Trident in many different ways, and it was definitely helpful and a game changer in many ways. That is pretty much the kit. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, I'll be making a more detailed video just about the kit itself and the different capabilities that it can do. Having the possibility to haze up a room is something that gets me super excited, and it's definitely been awesome hazing up a room with one smoke genie, but to see now what's possible with 3 smoke genies was something I was super fired up about. So in this first shot, I'm using 1 smoke genie and the haze fan. The main lights in the studio are off, and the only 2 lights are 2 LED panels with different colors. So it's quite nice that even 30 seconds in, and it's already pretty hazy. Even at 1 minute and 30 seconds, I think this is pretty good to go. In this studio, I would end it off at 3 minutes of hazing time. But of course it comes down to what kind of look you're going for and how much haze you do need. So in this next clip, I'm going to be using 3 smoke genies in the Genie Trident. There's definitely a huge improvement as to the amount of haze, the amount of smoke that's coming out, because you are using 3 instead of 1. At 1 minute of hazing, I would say that I'm already content with the amount of haze in the room. And I got a question to ask. The last time you saw a room hazed up in 1 minute, let me know down below. I'm kind of curious if you saw this before, because this is something new for me. That looks amazing. It really does. Wow. 3 minutes in, and that is pretty hazed up. That's pretty intense. So definitely one thing that I conclude from this experiment of using 1 smoke genie compared to 3 is that for any future projects, if I have to haze up a room or any type of situation, I'm gonna use the Genie Trident because it definitely makes a huge difference. So for the first part of the shoot, this one was with Viktor. And the main idea, the main concept that I had in mind was just a guy dressed fancy in a suit and just playing with the smoke in different ways, either on the body, coming up from below, on top of his head, in different ways. This is a little bit of what happened. I was pretty happy with a lot of the images that we got with Viktor, especially the fact of using the Trident. Being able to have 3 smoke genies, it was really nice how it came out, even having the special nozzles on top that gave the smoke a dry ice effect, and it just kind of like lingered on his body, in his hair. One thing that I really appreciate with the Smoke Genie compared to a normal smoke machine is that you can direct the smoke in whichever way you want. Maybe you need more haze up above, maybe more haze down below. You can direct it exactly where you need it. So to get that precise shot that you're looking for, I would say the Smoke Genie is exactly what any creator needs. For the second part of the shoot, I wanted to do something super epic, and there's one person that came to mind. Her name is Linn. She had 2 ballet outfits, one that was RGB and another one that was like a disco ball. So the plan for this was to let her do her thing and then just shape the smoke around her. This is a little bit of what happened. For the last two parts of the shoot, I wanted to do something a little bit different and have an interesting type of background. So I found some pretty cheap plastic wrap, the kind that you put on furniture when you're gonna paint the house. So that was super cheap. Put it up on a fishing line, raised it up, had lights in the back and lights on the side, turned the lights off, the main lights in the studio. And because the plastic wrap is not perfectly straight like maybe a normal backdrop is, it had little ripples. The idea of the light setup was to have a bunch of tube lights in the back out of focus, and then the two lights that you guys see on the very sides are the new Amaran PT4c tube lights. Those things are amazing. Another video specifically on them coming up very soon. For this third part of the shoot, I had my friend Lida come out. There were two main ideas that came to mind that we merged together. At first, we took some headshots with the funky background, and then there were two ideas that had been on my mind for some time. One of them was having the helmet, the motorcycle helmet, with smoke and lights. So what I did with the helmet is I stripped the helmet completely so I can see what I'm working with, put in LED lights, put in some tubes from the event kit, tubes for the smoke to come out, punched some holes, and with the tubing that's inside of the helmet, on the very back of her, there's a smoke genie. And then I'm controlling it with the remote, so the smoke comes through and out. The other part of the shoot was using the Amaran PT4c tube lights. One thing that I seen recently that just blew my mind and I had to try it out, and that was using the pixel chasing feature. So for this, we had the two tube lights on the side of her, so you constantly see these lights shining down on the helmet. And it came out really, really nice. As I was brainstorming ideas to shoot with the smoke genies, there was one idea that came to mind, and I thought about it because it's like, for me, when I think of smoke, I instantly thought about a gas mask. So I wanted to take a gas mask, customize it, and see how I can incorporate the smoke genie. Not just the smoke, but how I can use the tubing and everything to create this gas mask. I'm pretty stoked to see how it came out with the smoke coming out, the lights shining. There's definitely, if you look closer, there's a lot of imperfections and things that need to be fixed, but from afar, with the smoke and everything and in the darkness, it looks really, really cool. I definitely plan to make a second version of this mask. My original idea with this setup was to have the smoke genies on the back and then the tubes coming out, but I found that it's actually kind of cool looking when you have the smoke genies in front, so they're like chambers. But the possibility to have those extension tubes, to have the machine and the actual chamber separate at a distance, it definitely gives a lot of different possibilities. If you're into cosplay, I think this could be a great addition to a costume. And then of course we had to add some fire to the shots as well. As I mentioned before, I'll be making more detailed videos on different aspects of the shoot and different aspects of the smoke genie itself. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, thank you for everybody that helped out to make this shoot possible. I could have not done it at all without any one of you. I'll link everybody's Instagram down below, so be sure to check them out and give them a follow. Also, huge shout out to PMI Gear for sending me this event kit to test out. Definitely got a lot of cool projects planned and a lot more videos coming up. If you guys have any suggestions of what I can do with these 3 smoke genies, comment down below so I can create those videos for you guys. Thanks for watching, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys soon.